First of all, I would like to welcome you to the BW Hotelier Indian Hospitality Summit and Awards. I just wanted to ask, since your session was based on FDI, is India really able to drive that FDI investment in the country right now?
Well, yes, of course, we've been able to garner a fair amount of the FDI, but I think we really need to sort of do some policy reforms and, unleash that power and force to attract more FDI. As I mentioned earlier in the session also, that today the transaction market is about, close to $400 to $450 million. And with institutional capital flows, it can easily touch $1 billion by 2030. But to accelerate that, I think few more reforms and just more clarity in terms of some of the policies that we have will sort of really unleash it.
So we've noticed this shift that companies are now going for managed and franchised models. How does that affect the FDI investment in India?
So, well, managed franchise models, they've been there. International companies already have operations in India. They have an Indian entity. Now, however, what happens is that when they have to repatriate like royalties, fees, then even tax deducted at source, there are phenomenal delays in terms of that. Even with the double tax avoidance treaties that we have, there could be further reductions in the sort of TDS that is deducted because you already have a DTA, so you really don't need to apply large withholding taxes. Then even with repatriations of dividends, royalties and fees, just some policy changes because the banks take so much time to sort of repatriate that money. Just some clarity from RBI will only further enhance and unleash that, because then people at least have clarity that they'll get their money very quickly, rather than sit in the bank account in India and an escrow for months together and they can't take it back.
That is true. I also wanted to ask, is there a certain change or a trend that we're focusing on if we talk about FDI?
Well, actually, the trend is definitely there. Like, between 2004 till 18-19, what came in FDI, especially in hospitality, was to actually do more greenfield and development assets. This time round, the FDI is coming in to acquire operational assets or fund people who have a plan for growth. So there is already a portfolio of income yielding assets. But this additional capital comes in to acquire and grow inorganically. So that's the real difference between pre-2019 and post sort of 2022-23.
So how can we work on our regulatory frameworks, to enhance our FDIs?
Well, so honestly, it's also, I think our government, like, Dimitri also mentioned in the session, that we really need to improve the number of inbound tourists that come in.
Indeed.
The moment that sort of increases and accelerates, because we are still so poor, we've not even bounced back to our pre-COVID levels. We're just a shade under 10 million international visitors. The moment you accelerate that, then the next wave of sort of investments will come in. So that will be like a mirror to the earlier time, where people are bringing in FDI for even development of greenfield assets, because there's just going to be so much need for more hotel rooms.
Well, India has always been an outbound heavy market. We hope to see that change soon for the better of the industry. So this is the 9th edition of our BW Hotelier Indian Summit and Awards. BW Hotelier Indian Summit and Awards. Would you like to say something about what BW Hotelier has done for the industry?
No, definitely BW Hotelier has done a fantastic job, and I think they've just improved every edition of theirs, and wishing you all great success.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.